going on, guys? Did you know that there's slot canyons right here in Mount Charleston? Today, Sam and I are gonna be hiking Fletcher Canyon Trail. I think this is one of the more popular trails, especially because it's kind of easy to moderate. But we're gonna go enjoy ourselves and tell you guys everything that you need to know about this trail. Got a little microdose tea with me today. Right as we get on trail, they have a little information about things you should know. Water, hiking shoes, sunscreen and hat, cool or wet weather clothing. This is where we're starting. We're gonna hike in. This is supposed to take us to a little seasonal stream and some slot canyons.
Seems like we have quite a bit of cloud cover today. There's so many lizards. There's like a tree lizard. I didn't know they had those up here.
At 0.34 miles in, there's an offshoot to go to Eagle's Nest Loop. We're gonna stay to the left to make it to Fletcher Canyon. We've passed two different groups of people. We have a gentleman that's kind of up ahead. Trail's still well defined, incline, but nothing too crazy. Definitely kid friendly so far. It's rained up here the last 3 days. It's got some like monsoon rains, so the ground is actually wet, which makes me excited. Maybe there's some water and a little spring actually going in the Fletcher Canyon up there, so we'll see. About 3/4 of a mile into the trail, have a little bit of a sweat going, but overall super enjoyable. I'm glad that I have a hat. Sunglasses would be nice, but there is plenty of shade because we're in a little bit of a canyon with a bunch of large pine trees and larger bushes. About 1.25 miles in, trail kind of steers to the right as we have a pretty wide part of the wash over here. Whoa. The old rusted pipes that they used to try to run the spring down from, still up here. I saw some back in like the wash back there. This one's actually on trail. Oh, look at this little caterpillar.
Whoa, that was a rock on.
1.5 miles in and it's starting to get a little bit more green, a little bit more bushes. We just saw a pretty little butterfly, some caterpillars, saw a pretty good sized lizard. Trail's been super simple so far. A little bit of an incline, but really not much. 1.6 miles in, now the bushes and flowers are getting much bigger, much more green, and we have this towering cliff behind us. All right, we're about to enter the first part of the slot canyon. Once we're inside of the little slot canyon area, temperature gets super nice because it's all shaded. Ton of trees and, well, no, not a ton of trees, ton of bushes and flowers. The rock formations are incredible. It smells so good. At 2 miles in, we're still with the slot canyons. Now the rocks are eroded out and all smooth, almost Disneyland style. Before they were kind of jagged and rough.
You wanna go back.
Look at this waterfall shoot.
Can't hide, you wanna stay there. You wanna stay there, we can leave it.
Just under 2.1 miles in, there's a little bit of a little scrambling. Nothing too bad though. So after you come up that little first part, you're gonna see two canyons. There's a canyon that goes right, there's a canyon that goes left. For a little bit more scrambling up the rocks, we're heading left. That little bit of scramble, not too bad, pretty fun. If you're used to hiking, you should be able to do that one. What happened here? Like, how did trees get in here? I wonder if this was a flood at some point. That's about the only water that we've seen so far. We got some clouds developing above us. Nice for a little bit of shade. We do get to be aware that Mount Charleston weather can change on us pretty dang quick, so we're keeping an eye on it. I think we're farther than all trails typically tells you to go. We're about 2.5 miles on the trail. Haven't seen anybody this far in after the scramble.
You
canyon has opened up a little bit. It's kind of got like a little foresty canyon vibe.
Wanna go back, wanna go back. You wanna go back to a place where we can hide. You wanna stay there, wanna stay there.
All right, so the trail was supposed to be 4.2 miles with about 1,200 feet of elevation gain per all trails, but we continued on farther. So what did we end up making it to? Going an extra half mile into the trail. We were hoping that there was gonna be water. The first 2 miles of this, beginner hike, great beginner hike. Gain a little bit of elevation, but it's steady, nothing too crazy. And then the last half mile, not
Moderate.
yeah, like moderate.
It wasn't too crazy.
Once you get past that 2.1 mile scramble area, it definitely feels like not many people come up this way. So on the way in, we saw less than 10 people. I thought it was gonna be more popular.
It is a weekday though.
Yes, enjoyability.
Super enjoyable.
The first bit of it, it's like a walk through the mountains.
Nature walk.
Once you get to the Slot Canyon area, it gets a little bit more green, you get a little more vegetation, you get some butterflies, you get really cool rock formations. And so I think for this trail specifically, if you're gonna do it, hike all the way into that. I could only imagine how beautiful it is.
Yeah, when there's
springtime,
water.
after all of the snow melt has come through here. That'd be
We'll have to
pretty
come back to that.
cool. All right, we're gonna head back out. The trail was pretty clean. We did see some small amounts of trash. Please take trash, dog poop, and food with you. Once again, thank you guys so much for hiking with us, and we're excited to see you on the next one.